Hello everyone, welcome back. In this lesson we're going to be completing lab exercise tables. Okay, it's the first lab exercise under week 2. And so in this lab exercise we're going to write some HTML code that will display the table as per the screenshot attached. Good coding practices are expected. Your code must use the following: a row span attribute, a call span attribute, and a caption tag. Okay, so note you can submit an entire HTML page if you want, but you're only being graded for the code segment that concerns the table as required. Okay, and so the screenshot is attached, how our final table should look. Now, the first thing that we want to do is to copy our starter code that I provided to you inside of the VLE. Okay, so we want to copy all of this code. Okay, you can right click, hit copy, then we're going to open Visual Studio Code, go to File, hit Open Folder. You're going to navigate to where you're comfortable or where you can remember where you put your folders. I recommend that you use the desktop. So you could right click, hit new, and then hit folder. And I want you to name that folder tables. Okay. So I already have a tables folder. I'm gonna make sure that my tables folder is selected. I'm gonna hit select folder. Okay, great. So the next thing that I want you to do is right click, hit new file, or you can hit this new file icon. Okay, so I'll hit the new file icon. I'm going to create an HTML file called tables.html. So the code that you copied from the VLE, you want to paste that inside of your tables.html document. So I can hit paste. Actually, before we do that, I want you to press Shift and 1 on your keyboard to create an exclamation mark. Okay, so you're going to hit Shift and 1, and that's going to create an exclamation mark. You're going to see this suggestion pop up that says Emmet abbreviation. I want you to press enter, and that's going to give us what we call a boilerplate, an HTML boilerplate or a skeleton. And we're going to paste our code inside of the body tag, okay, in between these body tags. So right here, I'm going to right click and hit paste. Okay, great. Now, the first thing that I want to do, I want to right click inside of my HTML document and hit open with live server. If you don't see this option, go to the extensions tab on your left and search for live server. Okay, and this option should come up and you should see an install button right here. When I hit install, you'll be able to right click inside of HTML document and hit open with live server. Okay, that's going to create, well, it's going to open our HTML document inside of a web browser. And anytime you make any changes, it's going to automatically update. Okay, it's going to automatically see those changes once we make changes to our HTML document. Now, I want to grab that screenshot. I'm going to download this screenshot just to see what my finished product should look like. Okay, I want to see what my finished product should look like. So let's get started. So with the code I provided you, it's going to have each of these days and times filled out all the way up until Friday. So you'd only need to fill out Friday's time slot. Now, we have an empty class on Friday from 9 to 10, 11 to 10 to 11, 11 to 12. So the first thing that we need to do is find the table row or the TR that has 9 to 10 and insert an empty table data. So if we scroll in our HTML document, we see that this table row has 9 to 10. Therefore, I would need to go at the end of my table row and insert an empty table data. Okay, and so you see that those changes are reflected automatically. If you don't see the changes reflected automatically, you might be seeing a white dot right in this tab. Just hit Control S, and that white dot is going to disappear, and then those changes are going to be reflected. or you could just go to the extensions tab and download Safe Typing. Okay, and so again, we need to look for the table row or the TR that has 10 to 11 and insert an empty table data. So this is the table row that has 10 to 11. I'm going to go at the end of it and hit insert an empty table data. And there we go. So we do the same thing with 11 to 12. Look for the table row that has 11 to 12, which is this one. Go at the end of it and insert an empty table data. Okay, great. Now, in our finish screenshot, we have HTML from 12 to 17 o'clock. And so I would need to go where this time slot or this table data starts. So I'll look for the table row that has 12 to 13. Okay, there we go, 12 to 13. I'm going to go at the end and insert the table data and type HTML in between those starting and end types. So there we go. Now in our screenshot, the HTML table data, it spans multiple rows. So it spans 3 rows. We can enter a table data attribute called row span. Now I need to go inside of my opening table data tag, hit space, and you're going to type in row span. Okay, this is a table data attribute that allows your table data to span multiple rows. So I'm going to say equal quotations, and I want to span 3 rows. Okay, there we go. So now our HTML class is from 12 to 17 o'clock. So we have one more table data to insert. It's from 17 to 18. So I'm going to look for that table row that has 17 to 18. I'm going to insert an empty table data. There we go. And that is lab exercise table.